Once upon a time, there used to be a very beautiful village in the ancient America. In this village, there lived a young man named George. George, very kind-hearted person. He always helped everyone whenever he found anyone in life's miseries. George was a very poor person. That's why most of the people of the village did not consider him worthy of talking. The people of the village always looked down upon him just because of George's poverty. George felt very bad at this, but he could not do anything about it. Poor George worked hard day and night and studied. Now his hard work paid off, and on the basis of his hard work, he became successful in his life. But now, along with achieving success, another big problem arose with George. After his immense success, George had become extremely arrogant. Now he was not the same as before. Earlier, George used to help everyone, but now he doesn't help anyone. Now George stopped visiting everyone in his village. Now he doesn't respect anyone, nor does he respect anyone. George did not know that whatever he had achieved in his life was due to his hard work day and night. But he had forgotten that whatever God gives us, he can also take it away if we don't deserve it. In the end, George becomes a victim of his own pride and arrogance. In addition to it, he ends up back where he started from. Now George used to feel very sad thinking about his happy days, when he used to have everything. At this point of time, George was depressed and ejected one day. When George was sitting nearby the tranquil river of his village, one of the elderly men approached him and said to him, "George, a very great Buddhist master lives in his monastery built among the high hills across the village. That Buddhist master is renowned far and wide for his knowledge and wisdom. If you have any problem in your life, then you can go to him and get the solution to your problems if you have any." On accepting the advice of the old man, George makes up his mind too to seek the guidance and help from the Buddhist master. Before the sunrise, George sets out from his house to meet the master. It was severe cold season when George was having these problems in his life. To completing the arduous journey in this severe cold, George finally reached the monastery. When he reached the monastery, he found the master meditating deeply. So he approached the master and sat down near his feet and began to wait for the master to open his eyes. Now, when the Buddhist master completed his meditation and opened his eyes, he found George sitting near his feet. He asked George with a very calm tone, "What happened? My child, what brought you here?" On this, George at first began to cry bitterly. After a while, the master pacifies him and asks him to stop crying and tell everything. George begins to tell the whole story to the master. He said to the master, "Oh master, my own ego has destroyed me. I achieved success by working hard day in, day out. But as soon as I achieved success, ego took birth in me, due to which I did not respect people, did not understand their value. I was completely filled with ego. And because of this deep ego, I eventually reached the same place from where I started." On listening to the whole story, the Buddhist master thinks for a while. It says to George, "My son, when a man gets success, his ego awakens. And in such a situation, man always forgets one thing, and that is to bow down. He thinks that now I have become very powerful. Why should I bow before anyone?" And this happens because man forgets a very important thing, that whatever he has achieved in this world, in this life, he has achieved everything only by bowing down. If you learn to walk in childhood, you have to bow down on the ground. If you seek the blessings of elders, you have to bow down. If a farmer has to harvest a crop, he also has to bow down. To take out water from the well, the vessel also has to bend into the well to receive blessings from God. Man has to bow before him. How do trees remain safe in storms? They go by bending. How to earn respect? By bowing. Bowing before someone does not mean losing one's self-respect. Rather, it means humility. We are humans. We do not need wings to fly up like a bird. The more we bend, the more we will rise. You might know many people in this world whom you might consider selfish, those who come before you only when there is a need, but before that, they are never seen anywhere for years, but as soon as they need your help, they appear before you with their heads bowed. There must have been a lot of anger at that time. Your mind would become sad and say that you should not help this person, but you should never do so. Now, George, you must be wondering why I am saying this. George, always remember, a person remembers the lamp only when the darkness is deep. Don't worry yourself by considering him selfish. Be happy, considering yourself as lamp, and consider yourself lucky, because someone remembered you when he was in need, because you are capable of helping someone in this world. Don't change your perspective of life if someone is selfish in this life. George, my child, most of people fail in their lives just because of having arrogance too much. Many of us start our life with a goal, but fail to move forward because our ego holds us back from moving forward in life. It comes in our way and does not allow us to reach our true potential. Therefore, we should never be proud of anything we do. Pride can be about anything. If someone is proud of his wealth, then he should never be proud of this wealth. Because money is a thing. If you have it today, it will be with someone else tomorrow. Therefore, no one should ever be proud of his wealth. On the other hand, if a person is proud of his appearance and beauty, then he should always remember that the beauty of the body never lasts. If someone is young today, he will also be old tomorrow. The beauty of the mind, the beauty of the heart is much more important than the beauty of the body, which not everyone has. Therefore, no one should boast about anything. He should always keep in mind that whatever God gives us, he gives it to us, considering us as a virtuous person. And if we misuse what God has given us, then he will snatch back what he has given us. Therefore, be humble in life, love everyone, never hold anger, hatred in your mind or heart towards anyone. Saying all this to George, the Buddhist master goes silent and begins to meditate again very deeply. Now George also thanked the master for guiding him through the complexities and hardest time of his life. And then he returned from there. Now he also realized why he had reached the same place from where he had started. Why did he fail in the end, even after such immense success? And he did all this because of the pride in his good times. Now George made a promise to himself that he would never boast about anything in his life. Within a short time, George again achieved success on the strength of his hard work. Dear viewers, the motive of the story is to let you know we should never be proud of our wealth, beauty, or anything else. We should never look down upon anyone just because they are poor, they are physically weak, or they are not good to look at. We should love them as much as we can. I hope you found this video helpful and interesting. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you won't miss of our upcoming Rise and Reflect stories. You can also leave a comment below and let me know what you think of this story, or if you have any questions or suggestions for future videos. I would love to hear from you. Thank you for joining us. Until next time, stay wise and stay curious. Bye-bye.